Officer killed in auto accident laid to rest. In the region, Chile's women protest abuse. And internationally, Samoa shuts down in unprecedented battle against measles. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. The officer who was killed in a recent auto accident was laid to rest yesterday. Esther Sobers tells us more.
Today, the Guyana Police Force bid farewell to one of their own. Family, friends, and colleagues of the late Corporal Carl Roach gathered at the Merrimon Funeral Home to mourn the passing of the officer. He was the second police officer killed in a road accident within a 2-week span, a span that many consider to have been the most dangerous period on the nation's roads in recent memory. He was killed instantly when his motorcycle collided with a car driven by 34-year-old Tawana Clark on Breakdam in Georgetown. For the year, the Guyana Police Force recorded over 100 road fatalities thus far. The most recent string of road fatalities prompted President Granger to address the nation yesterday. Among other statements, he expressed sympathy for the families of the victims and said that he is distressed by the deaths, injuries, and damage to property caused by the accidents on the roads. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. A recent viral video depicting an incident involving two sisters in the Rose Hall police outpost. George Gonzalez tells us that the sisters face the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court to answer to those charges.
On Thursday, two sisters faced the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court to answer to 10 charges. 22-year-old Yasmini Ramsu, known as Tina, was charged with resisting arrest, damage to property, dangerous driving, failure to report an accident, failure to stop after an accident, disorderly behavior, and assaulting a police officer, while her sister, 28-year-old Hemwati Singh, also known as Mona, was charged with damage to property, disorderly behavior, and 2 counts of assaulting a police officer. Both pleaded not guilty to the charges when they were read to them by Magistrate Peter Hugh. The charges stem from an incident that occurred on December 2, 2019 in the quarantine. According to police, Yasmini was driving down the Rose Hall public road when she struck a parked vehicle and drove away with her sister. Soon after, they were stopped by police in Port Morant. After that, they were taken to the Rose Hall police outpost on the quarantine. When at the outpost, the two acted in an aggressive manner towards the officers, all of which was recorded in the video. According to the police, a breathalyzer test revealed that Yasmini was below the legal alcohol limit. Nonetheless, the prosecution objected to bail in this case, noting that this incident is just another example of a prevalent culture of disrespect for police. However, the sisters claimed that they should be given bail as they were allegedly beaten by a female officer at the outpost. The two were subsequently released on $120,000 bail each. Their next court date is scheduled for January 6, 2020. Channel 2 Headline News, George Gonzalez.
Thanks, George. The Ministry of Education is refuting claims on social media that Chief Education Officer Dr. Marcel Hudson has been fired. However, the ministry noted that Dr. Hudson is actually preparing to retire. In a press statement released on Thursday, the ministry clarified the situation, stating, "The ministry therefore wishes to advise that the CEO, Dr. Marcel Hudson, is approaching his statutory retirement age. The CEO is statutorily expected to retire on September 1st, 2020. The CEO initiated his retirement process in August of this year, as he would have applied for and also received part of his gratuity benefits to which he is entitled. The CEO has, standing to his credit, 230 days annualized leave. Therefore, the CEO is required to proceed on pre-retirement leave in 2020 to enjoy all his outstanding leaves and benefits." A group of young medical professionals is teaming up with a local church and pharmacy to bring a health fair to residents of South Georgetown. More from Esther Sobers.
There's a common saying that your health is your wealth. As such, a group of young health practitioners, in collaboration with the Susa Machar Methodist Church and the MediPharma Pharmacy, will be hosting a health fair, providing free services and health tips to the public.
This Saturday, we actually have our first medical outreach at the Susa Machar Methodist Church in collaboration with MediPharma Pharmacy. It's going to be held at the pharmacy, which is right at the Royal Castle building, right here in South Longville Gardens. Starting time is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. However, if we see that there's a bigger crowd, we will be going a little bit further on.
Patrons can expect various free medical services, discounts from items at the MediPharma Pharmacy, and can also have their health questions answered by doctors on site.
We will be doing blood pressure testing, blood sugar monitoring, and a lot of patient education. You know, it's important that we as a population start to educate ourselves and become a little bit more understanding as to the different diseases that are out there, and also how to manage them correctly.
Yes, just to add to what Dr. Greaves said, I'm actually a pharmacist, but we will have doctors there, pharmacists that would educate, and also nurses, you know, to check your blood pressure, and also blood sugar testing we'll be doing. We'll be calculating your BMI and be able to advise you a little bit more on what that means for you.
And that's also some things we will touch on Saturday too. It's very important that we get in contact with that aspect of our lives too.
Often should someone take a checkup between the ages of 18 to, let's say, 35 or so, because person might thinking, once I'm waiting until I get sick and then I'm going to go to the hospital. And tell us how important just having a regular checkup is.
Indeed, I'm glad you did ask that question, because there is a misconception that I only go to the hospital when I'm sick. So now we're actually trying, you know, they say prevention is better than a cure. So that's something that we're trying to promote right now. And for young persons, if you are supposedly healthy, it's good to make at least yearly checkups, just to make sure that everything is going okay, especially, but for those persons who actually have family background of any infirmities such as high blood pressure or even diabetes, that is something that you know you'd want to check up yearly just to ensure that those levels remain within the normal range.
The health fair hopes to provide an educational and interactive event designed to provide basic preventive medicine and medical screening to the people in the community. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, we have your regional and international news.
Francois chocolatier is a liquidy cake teasing your taste buds. It's handmade, it's chocolate, it's true, it's healthy, organic, delicious, and nutritious. Have a taste of our chocolates, cakes, and much more in a variety of flavors like never before. Try our peppermint, walnut, ginger, coconut, rum cream, and pistachio. Only at Mason Chocolatier, 45 Garnet Street, Georgetown. And also indulge in our Saturday and Sunday breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea only by reservations. Telephone 648-2619. Mason Francois Chocolatier, the best chocolates you ever have.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Season's greetings from Kisul's Furniture Store.
It's bigger, it's better, it's back! It's GTT's plus size Christmas promotion! Connect with your friends and loved ones with GTT services to benefit from our biggest ever Christmas bundle of specials and be one of our plus size winners. Visit our website or call 227-9444 for more information today.
Big bundles for you. Big bundles for you. Top up a plan, we make a winner out of you. We got a game show for you. Game show for you.
Tours presents Everything Christmas Village. Rudolph will be on the show, dancing and singing. There's a gift in Santa's village for all ages of children. Come, let's play some jolly games and have fun. So much prizes to be won, yeah. Join us at Everything Christmas Village at the Mary Mums Mall Playground on November the 30th and December the 1st and continues every weekend until December the 22nd. This village will have games, prizes, booths, business displays. Santa's Village, Rudolph the Grinch, Olaf, and Elsa will be there too. Plus, you can win a trip to Curaçao, Harcho Falls, and much more prizes. Remember, free entry with a purchase of a raffle ticket. Get your tickets at Precise Printing on South Road, Bunny's Meat Center on Church Street, and Mary Mums Mall Playground. Sponsored by Eldorado Tours, Ansa McCall, Sterling Products, Rubis, Star Party Rentals, Bunny Meat Center, and more.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Welcome back. In the region, in a dancing intervention that has gone viral and encouraged women all over Latin America to speak up about their abuse, women in Chile have started a worldwide phenomenon. Al Jazeera's Lucian Norman reports.
Women over the age of 40 answered the call to converge outside of Chile's national stadium, dressed in black, their lips painted red, ready for rehearsal. They'd come to perform the senior version of a choreographed feminist chant that has gone viral worldwide. It accuses courts of judging rape victims rather than the rapists, and the state of tolerating femicide and violence against women. Sofia says the performance, launched last week by 4 young Chilean women, inspired her to take part in her first demonstration at the age of 82.
Like all women, I've experienced harassment at the very least. And when it happens to girls who go to preschool where I was a teacher, the trauma lasts a lifetime.
The chorus says, "The rapist is you." It's also about remaining silent.
We were coming out of a dictatorship, and you know, in this country, you're just a woman.
The performance brought out thousands of women, some more agile than others. This movement references the squat some women have been forced to do at police stations, naked after being arrested. Earlier, the organizer told us what had motivated the presentation.
We feel that our generation didn't have a conglomerate of women who joined forces and protected each other. We put up with too much, but now the younger ones are teaching us to speak out.
The chant has already been translated into English, French, Turkish, Portuguese, and German, but the performance ended with a specifically Chilean demand.
Apart from all the chants about alleged police abuse of women, about rape and mistreatment of women in general, they are also chanting and asking for women to get 50% representation in the upcoming Constituent Assembly here in Chile.
Indeed, a rapist in your path, as the 2-minute chant is called, is quickly becoming a mantra for women's rights, in any country and at any age. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.
And internationally, medical teams are going door to door in Samoa as they race to vaccinate as many people as possible against measles. An outbreak in the Pacific Island nation has killed more than 60 people, mostly young children, prompting an emergency response. Al Jazeera Jessica Washington reports.
Thousands of red flags hang all over Samoa. Each one represents an unvaccinated household. As the measles crisis in Samoa escalates, authorities have opted for a change in strategy. No longer asking people to go to clinics, the message is to wait at home and help will come to you. The Aloli family is among those immunized in the early hours of the vaccine drive.
We are so thankful, and I know that it's very important to be vaccinated for the safety of for our family, my child, and then also for all the Samoans.
The city centre has been brought to a standstill, with businesses closed and cars banned while the campaign continues. This is the crisis centre where efforts are being coordinated. There's a sense of urgency to contain the outbreak. More than 100 medical teams are roving the streets of Samoa, staffed by local and international medics and stocked with thousands of vaccinations. Authorities here hope they can get vaccination rates to at least 90% by the end of the week. The government is determined to ensure such an outbreak does not happen again.
The lesson is that we are more conscious now. Our people are more conscious now than before. That by coming and have your children vaccinated is the only way.
Those on the front lines say the campaign is working.
Families are actually looking forward to our cars turning in and being vaccinated. They're open to having conversations to begin with, so that's a real bonus for us, because it means that we're providing education whilst at the same time delivering the vaccine that will protect them.
A note of hope in Samoa's unprecedented health emergency. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Apia, Samoa.
Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Updates. Tune in on Friday at 6 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.